Oh, hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. Hi, YouTube. How are you, Capricorn? Let's take a look and see what energy is playing with Capricorn this week. I personally am a Capricorn, so this is your reading for the week of March 5th. I didn't even count the days, so what is it? 12th, 5th through the 12th, 11th. Let us take a look and see what's going on with y'all. And how have you been feeling with this Mercury retrograde? You felt a little twisted. I had electronic device problem all day today. No miscommunications, thank you, Jesus. But mine has been all about electronics, communication as far as emails and text. So it's all been electronics and vehicles. My daughter's truck broke down. My truck broke down. Well, interesting. However, we're almost through it, guys. Almost through it. About another week. Hello, welcome. So let's pull your cards here and see. Oh, are you, you got a Saturn emblem there. Is that Saturn? Edge Boogie. I'm getting old. I can't see shit. Okay, here we go. This is for Capricorn. And the me. So I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like for me. Even though I pay attention to Sagittarius because of boo thing stuff. And then I have my Aquarius and Pisces rising, so those I pay attention to as well. Let's take a look and see. First thing that comes up is 7 of Coins. Interesting. I just talked to Sagittarius about moves. I'm seeing 10 of Cups, which is balance. So Capricorn, this is the Devil card, but if you notice, the Devil card is the Capricorn, practical, balanced, etc. We have the 7 of Coins, 10 of Cups, which is balance. You've got some travel coming up. You're partying this weekend, Capricorn. We have that. So 6 of Cups is all about party, playful, getting out there and celebrating. I'm also seeing the Knight of Wands. So you're taking on a new project. Personally, I know that I am. I'm stepping into leadership too because there's the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, leadership with a nurturing nature. 9 of Wands, which is structure, foundation, and halfway there. Your journey is there. You're climbing the stairway to heaven. You're always thinking about the foundation and practicality, Capricorn. But I'm also seeing the King of Cups for you. I don't know what has been going on with you, but this is a complicated mess. You have the Tower card, the Emperor. So if you're sitting back and not taking leadership, you almost had a fail there. I know I personally did. The Tower card came in and shook things up. And as I talk about the Tower card, you'll hear me repeat certain analogies. And I always talk about the Tower card being the great leveler. When that house is shaking and the tornado comes through, the hurricane comes through, you go to the most solid foundation or part of the house, right? And so when the Tower card comes, it's like Mercury retrograde. It's where the rubber meets the road. You really discover who's there for you. You really discover what you lean on the most. And that could be anything. I don't know if it's hiking, spirituality, alcohol, or escapism, or Netflix. I mean, it could be in either road of the spectrum, right? Either direction. However, Capricorn has taken some leadership here because you have the Emperor card. The Emperor is not one that rules with a partner. The Emperor is one that takes leadership of self and actually goes out and gets it. So Capricorn, if you're starting to feel a little frustrated with how things have been going and you felt yourself having a little shift, there's your Emperor card. This is you taking over. And we're good at that, right? Rule the world, Capricorn. I'm also seeing King of Coins, Queen of Wands, a 7 of Cups. You have all my balance cards, which is good. Because personally, as a Capricorn at the heart here, I've been feeling like there has been a little chaos in my life, and that's the Tower card. It's just feel like I'm about to lose everything if I don't grab a little tighter and pay attention. So I got a little shake going on where I was rattled a little bit, and that's exactly what's portrayed right here. I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't know how to express my feelings. That's the 3 of Swords. So if you're feeling as if you lost touch, or lost a handle on things, Capricorn dropped the reins for a little bit and things started to feel like they were sliding off track or out of control, but then you got that back into alignment. So you had you took your eyes off the road for a minute and maybe hit those dummy bumps and you got right back into alignment. 10 of Wands, feeling a little overwhelmed. So if Capricorn is feeling a little bit like too much on your plate, it's because you took your eye off the ball for a minute. You have the 10 of Wands, okay? That's stress, anxiety, taking on too much, feeling as if you've bitten off more than you can chew. But here's what's true, Capricorn, you always manage. Capricorn finds a way. Capricorn is that leader that everybody looks to. It's the one that always has the foundation and practicality. However, we're human. We go through moments too where we question our motives. We question our drive. We question whether we should be on this path or that one. And we want to make sure we're putting it into alignment and we're making sure that, we're using our signposts and getting our guidance and asking for coaching. so that we can accomplish these big things, because Capricorn tends to think we can do everything, right? It's really hard for us to ask for support. So maybe that's the 10 of Wands that's going on for you, is you haven't been asking for support, Capricorn. You do have a lot of love in your life. 10 of Cups is external. So if you have the 7 of Cups over here, as within, so without. You also have the 10 of Cups, which is balance and finding that that perfect, fulcrum where things are give and take. You also have the King of Cups. So for those of you in relationship, I'm seeing that there is a little bit of mastery with your emotions as well. Capricorn's looking for money this week though too. 5 of Coins. You got something to pay and you're trying to figure out how to get it handled. Some of you out there are on the precipice of a move, and thinking that you might have to shift some things and change gears and get into a different place. That's the 7 of Coins. It might not necessarily mean your home. It could be an office, cleaning out a garage. It's springtime. Who knows? Maybe you're switching houses or upsizing or downsizing. But for you, 7 of Coins is a move. If you want a one-on-one with me to pick apart all the dynamics of your life, book karmaondeck.com. You can pop on there and use PayPal me if you feel like a donation is in your cards. You can do that. So if you have any questions about this and you want to personalize it, reach out, schedule that appointment for this evening. I have a few slots open, but let's take a look and see what my Capricorn moon looks like. So for those of you that are Capricorn moon, this is your emotions, your relationships, your lovers, your children, your boss, all of the different relationships. I can't do a one-on-one or your personal dynamics for your lover or your partner. However, let's pick apart some of the elements that are going on for you and how you're thinking and how you're feeling. Ooh, I saw the Lover's card in here. That's a power struggle. Uh-oh, let's see if it pops up for you. Usually it's a card that I'll see out of the corner of my eye as I'm shuffling that pops into the reading, or I'll see it before I shuffle and then boom, there it is. So repetition and redundancy, the 8 of Pentacles. You want things to be status quo. The 4 of Swords, if you're feeling a little disconnected, that's because you've been isolating. If you're anything like this Capricorn, when shit hits the fan, I go quiet. I don't want anybody to know my business. You do have the Magician card. So this is time for Capricorn to really shine in relationships and take leadership. Very charismatic, very dynamic. 7 of Pentacles, it's really time for you to start reaping the harvest of, and boom, there it is, the Empress card. I always say minor and major to one another are these two. The Empress card is you having that harvest, 9 months, can't force it. It can't pick an apple in December, but it's time. You're getting tired because you've been doing the same work over and over again, indicated by this 8 of Pentacles and then the 9 of Wands. So 8 of Pentacles, repetition and redundancy. You keep telling yourself if you're consistent, if you do things every day, the reward is going to be there. The 9 of Wands indicates that Capricorn's getting a little tired. So you feel like you shoot your shot kind of thing. You put your effort out there, you pulled the bow back, and it's time to release it and see what happens with it. Ask for support. It's not a big deal. We have a really hard time, Capricorns, giving other people the reins, because if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself, right? So here's what I'm seeing for Capricorn when it comes into relationships. Right now, you have a strong desire for commitment. You have the 4 of Wands. You really want to know whether somebody's going to do what they say they're going to do, and you're looking for outward signs of commitment. You have the Ace of Cups right here. Your heart's kind of full. Some of you are out there on the dating apps, and I'm even seeing the 3 of Pentacles. This might even be a self-awareness of how you're presenting yourself on social media and taking a look at your image. I do see a lot of celebration for Capricorn right now. Ace of Cups is new beginnings all over the place. You have the Magician, which is beautiful. If you find yourself being on stage or find yourself being in front of other people, it's go time for Capricorn. 6 of Coins, which is you having some new opportunities or starting something new. If you're starting a new business or if you're interacting with people and starting to step out in leadership on that, that's what I'm seeing. But the reason why I talk about Capricorn looking for commitment is the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands over here in this corner, it's all about, that's the wedding vow. That's being underneath the vow for relationships. You have the Ace of Coins. So perhaps some of you are out there experiencing a new relationship that's going to lead toward that. Book and find out. I'll let you know what your dynamics are. But I also see the King of Swords. Capricorn's very decisive right now. You have no problem making decisions and moving forward with it. Sagittarius isn't able to make decisions right now. Sagittarius is the middle of the road. They're sitting there going, yeah, I don't know. They want a little bit more evidence. Capricorn is all driven right now, which is pretty status quo for us. However, the Hermit card right here isn't always about isolation like the 4 of Swords is. all about like not talking to certain people and revealing your secrets. However, the Hermit card's all about gathering information and relying on your own counsel. Now, that's not a bad place to be. We are so strong sometimes that we know the only person we can trust is ourselves. However, the Hermit card is saying that we've gathered enough information, we have enough data, we really feel strong about what we've decided because we've been doing the work. So in your relationships right now, Capricorn's thinking, it's go time, harvest, I've put in all the effort that I need to put in. Let's listen to my grandfather clock for those 4 strikes. Okay, so anyways, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Emperor and Empress. We have the King of Swords. Queen of Pentacles is guarding, protecting, internal focus. So you're doing your budgeting. King of Swords is outward decisions. Hermit card's gathering data and information. So when it comes to relationships, are you lining people up against a little measuring stick? Are you pulling information to make sure that they are doing what they say they're going to do? Have you been off your game when it comes to that? So you're just relying on information. This is a beautiful reading. Sagittarius and Capricorn both are really, I did say Sagittarius for the win, I think it was. However, this is beautiful. There's not a whole lot of complications coming. In the first reading, we had the Devil card. That's all about you looking at your habits. That's all about looking at how you're struggling internally. And it's all about getting down to practicality and figuring out whether you are doing what you say you're going to do. Perception is projection. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to pull a card for you, Capricorn, from the Divination of the Ancients. And if you hang out with me, I am going to pop on directly after this and do some question and answer session. If you want to jump on there and play with me for about an hour before the 5 o'clock client gets here. So let's take a look. Moxie will be here shortly with her client. So let's see what's up for Capricorn. Are you ready? What side should I go on? Edge Boogie, are you still out there? Mastery. How apropos. So the Augur, this card represents mastery. Capricorn is at a point right now, you've gathered all the evidence, you've put your foundation in play, you've started to gather all of the knowledge. What happens in this situation is when you have, this mastery card, when you've learned about enough, you start getting frustrated with the teachers that you're finding because they just don't have enough information. Well, guess what? It's time for Capricorn to be the teacher. You have the Magician, which is pretty much similar to this one on stage, right? This is where you're starting to be asked to put your practice into play and actually step into leadership and actually be the teacher. The problem is Capricorn is always so right about everything. We always get things into alignment where we feel like we have all the information. And what happens is right now, Capricorn's being asked to be the teacher. So step into your leadership, Capricorn. Be the magician, be the augur, the master. This is where, the augur always talks about people back in the day where they would seek out a shaman or seek out an individual that had the expertise. Capricorn, you are the one with expertise. You're being asked to be that element right now. So step into your leadership. Trust yourself a little bit. You really do got this. I know I do. If you want your one-on-one, book with me tonight, karmaondeck.com. See me on the flip side because I'm going to come right back on here and do a live for some Q&As. Thank you for hanging out. Like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you shortly. Thanks for playing. Also, let me know how you feel your reading went. I like getting feedback.